Welcome to the Mindset by Design podcast with your host, the expert Andy Murphy, where you will learn the tips, tricks, and strategies he teaches his world-class clients to give you the skills to dominate any business.
What's going on, Mindset by Design crew, and welcome to episode, this is a clip show. So it's not really a true episode. You can grab the full episodes always every single week and you can jump into those. But what we're going to do each week also in this regular feature is this could be clips of the previous episode. It could be lives I've done on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. It could be private sessions. It could be just awesome stuff. Now remember, what we're all about here at Mindset by Design is about building new behaviors, new ways of thinking, feeling, and acting using NLP, which I'm a world-class expert at, concepts and the understanding of neuroscience, and also behavioral psychology, influence, persuasion, peak performance, all of those things combined together to be able to retrain your conscious, unconscious mind and really change the brain, the nervous system to make you superhuman. That's it, right? Have you ever seen that movie Limitless? Right. What my job is to give you the tools and tactics to be able to, live a limitless life, have a limitless brain, and create the life and freedom that you truly want. I've done this for 20 years all over the world, and I've done it with people from Saudi Arabian royalty to Fortune 500 CEOs, people doing IPO, world champions, digital superstars, right? People that you know all over the internet. We've got NBC winners, Hollywood producers and actors. I can go on and on, But the idea is here to help you. We've been doing this for a long, long time and we're just getting started. So today, this is a clip show, so enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the show. Oh, just before you jump into the show, make sure that you're hitting the show notes because we've got constant awesome courses, live events, free things, awesome things to be able to make you really perform at your absolute best and create the life that you deserve. So make sure you hit those show notes up or head over right now to andymurphy.online. andymurphy.online. So enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the show. Really going to start you on the foundation for what? Getting control of this. Because that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to control your mind. Because I know if you control your mind, you control your emotions. You do that, you control that version of you, that peak state, or what I call a world-class state. And that means you can control any results. Would that be quite good? Right, of course it would. So let me jump into the first tactic. Number one is really simple, but it's something you've got to understand. And when you start to understand this, it's going to start to change everything. And this, yes, the brain, not just my finger, the brain, it's like a muscle. It really is. Now, we can go into the studies around neuroplasticity, but the truth is it works just like a muscle. Why is that important? Well, it's important for this reason. The version of you that might have even become, to watch this, right? There's a certain version of you that's playing. That muscle, that old version of you, that muscle or the version of you has a certain way of seeing the world, themselves, the past, the future, money, scalability of your business, happiness, all the rest of it, okay? Now, the thing about that is that muscle or the part of your brain that's being that version of you, that muscle's big, thick, strong. It's easy to do that habit, right? It's easy to beat ourselves up. It's easy to hold ourselves back. It's easy sometimes to, procrastinate. And the thing about that is, when we start to understand this as a muscle, what do you think we've got to do? Yeah, we've got to build a new muscle, a new version of you. When we can make this muscle big, thick, and strong, stronger than the old version, then that's how we get you to start, performing at a world-class level every day. Make sense? So lesson 1 is this is a muscle, and we need to start to learn how to pump the right version of us. Make sense? Awesome. Number two is awesome. I love this one because it's about your conscious and unconscious mind. Yeah, there's 2 different versions, and you might have heard this before, and if you have, good, it makes my job way easier. But just because something's common knowledge doesn't mean it's common practice, right? So the thing about your conscious and unconscious mind, let me explain. Your conscious mind, that's the bit of the mind that me and you are talking in right now. And that's the key word, talking. This is what therapists, psychologists, and normal coaches will do all day. They will just talk, right? But the challenge with that is there's no real true change happens in talk therapy. It doesn't. And if it does, it takes such a long time. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in creating rapid acceleration. The type of people that come around me haven't got time to waste. They're interested in results fast. I don't know whether you want that. I don't know whether you're resonating with that. And I don't know whether you've tried the talk therapy way. But the truth is, I need to give you a toolbox. This is what the conscious mind is for. I want to give you a toolbox so you can change your focus right there in the moment. You can change this self-talk. Instead of beating yourself up, it becomes powerful. I want you to be able to get control with emotion right there whenever you choose. I want you to be able to step into that version of you, that world-class you, whenever you choose. Do you think that might be helpful? Of course it would be helpful. But the thing is, we also have our unconscious mind. And my definition I've said for, well over a decade is this. The software in a computer, like the software in our brain. What does that mean? Well, it gets outdated, it runs automatically, and it makes the computer or you perform a certain way. And when you start to understand this as a muscle, and we have outdated software that's playing, then guess what? Yeah, we have to update it. We have to upgrade the software. We do it all the time with our computer, right? How many little things come on your screen and tell you to update? Constantly, right? But we never do it with ourselves. The reason is, it's because the personal development industry doesn't really teach you how to do it. They give you, regurgitated stuff that they heard somewhere else without any true wisdom. I've seen tens of thousands of clients, and so I know what I'm doing, and what I want to show you is how to get control with this. So when we start to understand about what else about the unconscious mind, the thing about it is, besides it being a muscle, I also call it your body mind. The bit of the mind that blinks you, breathes you, affects your lymph systems, your heart rate, even the micro muscles on your face. It's your nervous system. Yeah, it's your nervous system. So the nervous system also controls the neurochemical cocktail that's getting flooded through your brain and every cell and fiber of your body. It really controls everything. And that's why in the past, many years ago, I used to work with all different types of modalities, and I used to work with clients who doctors couldn't fix. And the reason I could do that, and the reason I get results like I do for people, is because I know how to really reset that nervous system to think, feel, and act exactly how we want it. So by understanding number 1, it's a muscle. By understanding number 2, we get the outdated software that we've got to update. It starts to give you control. And we start you on your journey to world-class performance. Like it? Good. Number three is my favorite, because it leads into everything else, and I know you're gonna love it too. Because like anything, we have to learn how to communicate. And the language of the unconscious mind, or the software, is what? Well, it's visuals. Yeah, it's actually visuals. Think about it. You could hear a piece of music or remember something from the past, and what happens? Yeah, you go right back there, don't you? You could even smell and taste, and you may be seeing it through your own eyes. The image might be big and bright and colorful, and guess what? That's a memory. Well, it's also the language of the unconscious mind, or the software. Yeah, it's exactly right. And the way we think about the future, well, I call that a future memory. That's a past memory, future memory. So what you're thinking about the future, well, guess what? Just like the past, it has a certain structure, but so does the future. And neither of them are real. Understand that. That's why we can go into the past and change your decision or your perspective about it, and you remember it a different way. Well, it's also the same with the future. No matter where you are in your business and life, the way you're thinking about the future is going to create it. It really does. Your inner world creates your outer world. You know that already, don't you? So when we start to look at the future a different way, we have to start training who you are going to be in it, and then connect it with very specific moments that you want to create. What this does is it starts to change your feelings, the way you think, feel, and act about it. It starts to change your beliefs, your confidence levels, your focus levels, your attitude. It starts to change everything. Then we know this is a muscle, right? Right. So it starts to connect together, and this is how you step into the future being world class. So we have to get what? Yeah, really good at speaking the language of the software. Makes sense, right?
Okay, crew, there we go. The end of another clip show. I really hope you enjoyed it. You got lots of good stuff from it. And again, if you want to go back and check the previous episode, well, it's waiting for you there. And speaking of waiting for you there, it's, well, you've got to make a decision. That's how much do you want the next stage of your life? Do you want to have that limitless brain? Do you want to be like a Jedi? Do you want to be part superhuman? Do you want to take your business life to a whole new level with influence, persuasion, peak performance, and neuroconditioning? Well, I'm sure you do. This is how we scale businesses from 5, 6, 7, 8 figures, plus this is how I've worked with the top people in the world, and I just want to share some of their secret strategies with you. So the next thing you need to do, very simple, nice and easy, just simply go to the links. That's it. Hit the show notes up, see what's available for you today, and also make sure that you're heading over to andymurphy.online. Why? Because we got articles, we got videos, we got content all for you sitting right there, and so many options to help you get to that next stage, to win, finally win, or take your business and life to a whole different level. Sound good? Awesome, that's waiting for you there, and make sure that you're finding me on social media. It's very easy. It's Andy Murphy Mindset. Type that in, you got me. Or Andy Murphy NLP, Andy Murphy Mindset. Either way, you can find me all over social. Make sure that you're connecting, make sure that you're hanging out, and make sure that you're writing me an awesome review somewhere. Spotify, Apple, or any other platform. I love you for it. They love me for it, and it means I can keep pumping out this awesome content. Okay, do that right now, and until the next time, much love. Have an amazing week, and oh yeah, one more thing. Why don't you smile for me and keep kicking ass?
Thanks so much for listening to today's episode of the Mindset by Design podcast with your host and NLP expert, Andy Murphy. We'll catch you next time.